Now this is a pretty long run, so I'm just going to dive right into it and we'll kind of explain what's going on. Time starts actually after this screen, so if we're ready to start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. So, if you look at this game, you're going to think it's a platformer. It is not a platformer, and that leads a lot of people to actually not really give it its proper due. This is actually more akin to a maze game like Pac-Man, only with gravity. So we're basically going to be dodging the enemies and collecting the carrots, maybe using these items scattered throughout the level to get rid of them when we need to, collect all 8 carrots in the level, get a 1-up. Go on to the next level, do that 59 more times. Alright. This is the first level we're going to do any sort of manipulation. We're going to let him take the first step. So, Green Sylvester is actually the only enemy who we cannot manipulate with the D-pad. He's the only one that doesn't read our inputs. He only cares about our position. So the only way to manipulate him down that door and to get stuck on the left half of the screen is to wait for him to take the first step. We got him over on the left, which means he won't be bothering us anymore this stage. We just now have to worry about the gray one. The gray one does read our inputs, but it doesn't really come into play in this one. We missed the swag punch, but we don't actually need to kill him. We just would like a little extra gratuitous Looney Tunes violence if we can fit it in the run. So as I mentioned, most of the enemies read your inputs, and this is the first level where that comes into play. We can hold left or right during various sequences when Bugs isn't actually in control. Like here, we hold right through that door, and that manipulates this gray Sylvester on the right side of the screen to not fall off the ledge and fall on our head, which would result in us dying and not completing the level. We don't want that. So that's level 3 down.
Deaths are bad in this game, right?
Yes, yeah, you start the level from scratch, so if it happens at the end of a level, you can lose a lot of time. This level has some more manips. We hold left at that one to turn the top Sylvester around, punch him. That's our first glove that we actually had to use. That's the only thing the A and B buttons do in this game is punch and menu. We also hold right in this door and right in that door, which turns him around just long enough for us to slip by and get this carrot. Alright, level 5 is a big reset point early if you're going for PBs, so let's see if we can get the manip on this one. So Green's going to come down this door. That's just going to look scary, but he's going to go right away. We don't care about him. He's not the problem. We care about Yosemite Sam. In the top here, we're going to stop underneath that top door, let him bounce off the wall. Go over, hold left to turn him back around. Gives us just enough room to get through. I like to call that the wham bam thank you Sam. And we got through. The rest of the level is really uneventful. So, yeah. Just clean this up. Give you a little moment to enjoy the awesome music in this game. There's only like 6 songs, but they're all super good.
True cat jams.
Yeah, truly. So, I mentioned the green Sylvester doesn't read your input. The gray and red Sylvesters, they can only go upstairs, and not only that, they must go up whenever they have a choice. Daffy, Yosemite, and Wile E. Coyote cannot interact with doors in any way, and when they hit optional staircases, they must take the lower route. So they tend to accumulate at the bottom of the level, and Sylvesters tend to accumulate at the top. Red Sylvester can stop, and so can Daffy, but the other enemies can never stop. So on this level, we're going to wait just a tiny bit at the beginning. We don't actually have to wait for him to move, but this is a marathon. I'd like to not go a little too fast and die. We fall on that, and we kick the crate immediately into him. His head has no hitbox. Keep that in mind. We're going to come back to that later. We're going to get that bucket right into him right as he comes out of the pipe. This guy must go up, so he can't actually bother us down here at all.
That part always scares me. You get really close to some of those Sylvesters.
Oh, we do some sketchy moves in this run for sure. All right, so this one, we have another green Sylvester causing us problems, so we just gotta wait. We gotta wait for his nose to just about hit that rivet in the background tile. And that'll move him far enough that when we fall down here, we won't touch him. Again, you cannot manipulate him the way we like to do things while Bugs is otherwise out of control, so we just have to wait. And yeah, this is our second pipe level. I didn't call attention to that, but there's 3 tile sets. Although the third one's basically just the same as the first, it's just doors. but the pipes do add a different dimension to the game. Alright, level 9 is going to be our third and final tile set, but it's the same mechanics as the first one. I like to call this level the Daffy Dodge. We're gonna be hearing Daffy's name a lot in this one because he causes a lot of problems. We hold left in that door, and Daffy's gonna come down the stairs, and we can go past him. Now we're gonna wait for Green Sylvester to get his nose about half a plank from this ledge. I'm gonna time that, and I went a little too early. That's actually sketchy on both sides. If you go too early, you're gonna land on Green Sylvester. If you go too late, Daffy's actually reading your inputs on frame rules, and if he starts moving too early because you hit it too early in a cycle, problems happen.
There we go.
There we go.
Daffy is truly despicable.
Yeah, and he's gonna cause us a lot of headaches. But we set it up so that we just kick that crate right into him as we walk by, and we're gonna grab our first invincibility potion to get through Red Sylvester. As long as Bugs is blinking, we could just kill enemies by walking through him. If he's not blinking, you might be on 30 FPS on Twitch. Welcome to NES visual effects. He's going to turn around, slip right by. We're going to hold right during this fall. That'll turn Sam around. Good night, Sam. And now we got to watch what this guy's going to do. He's going to take the high road, so we're going to take the bank shot. There's no RNG in this game. It's all deterministic based on your inputs, but that doesn't always mean you do the exact same inputs frame perfect every time. So we just try to hit the key moments and then be ready for a couple of backups. Alright, this level has one important manip, but other than that, it's pretty easy. We just want to hold left up here, make sure Gray Sylvester doesn't come up and kill us. He didn't. The rest of the level is pretty straightforward. This Sam down here is going to patrol that carrot, so we can't get it early, but by the time we get back to it, no matter what he does, he won't really be near it. We'll punch at him, but it doesn't matter. Alright, I call this next level Trust Fall. This is going to look super sketchy, but everything here is totally buffered. So we're just going to fall down here, we're going to fall down here, we're going to fall down here, and we just grab that carrot. He'll never touch us. And if you notice when Bugs fell, he always took an extra step forward before turning around. That's mandatory. You cannot control that unless you fall directly into a door. And that sets up a lot of timing throughout the run, but it can be a little frustrating, especially casually, because Bugs can fall down long paths. Alright, I call this level the Daffy Delay, because look, it's our friend Daffy. Left in that door, right in this door, wait under the stairs, let him get to the carrot, grab the carrot, come on up, hold left. Now, why did we do all that? Because when we get to the other half of the screen, over on the left here, we're going to see not one, not two, but 3 Sylvesters. And we manipulated all of them to be out of the way. We just slip right down. And once we're down here, again, they can't go downstairs, so we're safe.
None the wiser.
All right, level 14. I don't consider this one hard, but it is a little complex. Got to take a false step to the left, and then we got to actually switch our buffer in this pipe to... We want to get Sam to fall all the way down here, get him on the bottom. But we also have to watch out for that Gray Sylvester patrolling the top, so we need to move him out of the way, and we need to come back up here one more time and move him out of the way again. So let's get through that. He should start walking off to the right, and I'm just going to keep holding left here. There we go. And now Sam's going to kind of get in the way of the last carrot, but this glove is on our path anyway, so... It's Looney Tunes. Let's get violent. There we go. Boom. Alright, this level I just recently rerouted, saved like a second and a half. Let's see if I can pull it off first try. I do have the backup in my back pocket if I need it. We're going to cross this line and immediately double back. Punch him. Barely graze his ankles. Don't know why he took it so hard. Now we should be able to get this glove and punch him before he turns around. We're going to wait a little bit on Sam. Hold left through the entire fall. And we got through all the new tricks. We used to go to the right and pick up the carrot on the right first. Then we had to double all the way back.
Yeah, it's important to note that the timing on a lot of these is very precise, you know.
It's not a lot of frame perfects, but it's 3 or 4 frames quite often. Alright. one little manip in this level. We're going to hold left at the beginning here, just to make sure that he goes up the stairs on the left, on the top left. Gives us just enough room to get over. And then we're going to keep an eye out for this Sylvester over here. In practice, I tried to get too swag and tried to punch off screen, and that was too early. And I went right over his head. So we're going to do a little less swag and a little more actually killing him. Alright, this is actually one of the toughest stretches of the entire game, kind of 13 through 21. Level 17 is another pretty complex level that I'm going to walk you through. We're going to stop under the stairs. We're going to wait for his foot to hit the top level. We want to kill him just a little bit past that first carrot. And if we did it right, we want to see green turn to the left here, which he did. That's going to buy us just enough time to sneak around here. Now we're off route, and we're going to take a death. Okay. As soon as you get off route, you're improvising, by the way. So things can get quite hairy.
At that point, Bugs might have a bad hair day.
Indeed.
I'm so sorry.
You should be. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, if you mess up your turns, mess up your buffers, it's really easy to get Bugs to take a false step. Now, we want to see Sylvester falling down the left. Sometimes he goes down the right, but if he's going down the left, he's just going to turn around and we just run up here. Easy peasy. Alright, level 18 is also tricky. We have some really tight timing here. We're going to need to kick this bucket, and then we're going to need to get in the door and push right as soon as we get in the door. Too early, we got the double KO. I got a little greedy there. You might think that if you kill him, you're safe. You're not. So you don't want the double KO. It's really no better than just a single KO. Okay, we got the timing, though, on that one. Sam turned to the right. That's what we wanted to see. We hold down here so we negate that first false step when we land. And that manipulation gets Sam just out of the way enough for us to get through. And then the levels gets easier. It's actually nice when levels have their hardest part at the beginning because, again, a death takes you all the way back to the start of the level, so you really would like to screw up early in the level rather than late. Alright, now we got some long pipe rides here. So I mentioned that Red Sylvester can stop, and we're going to take advantage of that here. We're going to have him stop for a while by not touching anything. And we're going to go in this pipe. We're going to not touch anything. No hands. And then we're going to come over this pipe, and we're also going to not touch anything, and we're going to watch Red Sylvester come out of the pipe in the top, and he's going to stop. We hit this joint in the bottom, though. We hit right. We send him on his merry way. All of that is to manipulate the enemies so that they are not going to cause us trouble in the second half of the level. So I'm going to go down here. You got to punch Sam. There's no two ways about it. And now see 1, 2, and 3 lumps through the pipe means we got the manipulations there correct, so they won't bother us, and we can get this last carrot. Alright, this next level is another long pipe level. It looks kind of similar, but it definitely plays differently. So we're going to go down this one. We're going to grab that invincibility potion on the top right, even though it's a step out of the way, because what you can't see is there's a green Sylvester barreling right for us. So how do we get through him? Like that. Then we're doing some inputs here to manipulate that gray Sylvester on the left side to make sure he's out of our way when we get back over there. This guy's going to ride in this pipe harmlessly. Might be a good time to call out that if you're in a pipe or in a door, the enemies cannot hurt you. I feel like we've exploited this at least once already, but if we haven't, definitely keep an eye out for that. Anyway, he's going to go up that pipe. He doesn't have a choice, and we're going to get this carrot, and we're good.
Also, I believe Bugs travels faster through pipes and stairs than...
Definitely through stairs. I think pipes are actually the same speed, but Bugs does also walk a little faster. Okay, this level I kind of call Hotel California because we're going to end up in a situation. There's a gray Sylvester hiding out on the other side of the screen, and he can only go up, and there's no way out of these top cubbies. Once he goes in one, he's trapped there. So we're trying to manipulate him so that he doesn't go into a cubby with a carrot before we do, and it looks like we got it. We mostly hold right in every door. He's going to check out here, but he can never leave. So he's up there forever. Green is probably stuck going up and down doors forever because he doesn't really have a good sense of height. And we're done. Alright, level 22 is pretty straightforward, so this would be a good time for any announcements from the host desk.
All right, thank you. We do have a $50 donation from our previous runner, Spider C. As promised, thank you very much for having me on Midwest Speedfest. And that $50 did go towards the Squidlet All Bosses incentive. We are now $55 out of $100 toward that. We have until the end of the next run to hit that and upgrade K&H's run here in a few minutes.
Shout outs to K&H. Alright, yeah, this level you mostly just push forward and everything kind of works out, so it's not the most technically demanding. We'll get to the most technically demanding pretty soon, though. Okay. We started seeing some of the vertical levels here. Oh, I went backwards. We're just going to take an intentional death because I got my level confused here. If we pause during the death screen, we can restart the music. That's a little interesting glitch. We're going to hold left here. We're going to hold left here. We're going to skip that carrot because we have to come back to it. We're going to keep holding left. We're just going to keep holding left. We're going to walk off the edge. We're going to hold left, and Bugs is going to go to the right because he doesn't listen to us. But that's why we can't like get any of this stuff earlier. We have to fall there all the way down, whether we want to or not. We're just going to keep holding left, and the reason is because we have a Daffy hiding on the bottom screen here, and we want him to be close enough to kill them with the invincibility potion, so we're trying to manipulate him over just a little bit. Alright. Level 24 is another vertical level, and this kind of shows where the game can be a little unfair casually, because you got to make these falls, and you can't see what is about to happen to you. So with the manipulations, we know we're pretty safe. But if you're playing it casually, you often have to fall blind into extremely risky situations, so that can definitely be frustrating.
There's a reason the game awards you with the 1-up after every single stage.
Yeah, you need it. We've already died 3 times in this run, and this is like trying to do it well. Alright, level 25, we have one little thing we got to watch out for at the beginning here. We want to let Sam walk a little bit past that carrot, and I want to be not too greedy on that one, because that's another one where I could easily get a little too greedy if I were going for a PB and bump Sam. We don't want to do that. Yeah. But yeah, this game has a reputation for being a little unfair casually, but it still holds a soft spot in my heart.
And there's a whole lot of them, too. A lot of them that came out on the Game Boy, and even this version, I think in Japan, was not branded with Bugs Bunny, but actually Roger Rabbit.
Alright, we're coming up on what I call the Daffy Shuffle. We need to shove Daffy into a 1-tile gap and then slip past him, get in a door, so this is very precise. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, go. Those pauses, yeah. That is an applause place. The previous world record holder had in their splits on that one. Reset. Those pauses are necessary because Daffy will read your inputs and turn around if you're hitting buttons at the wrong time. Alright. Level 27 is another recent rerouting. So I shaved off another half second or so here. So because everything's grid-based movement really saves you about any movement change will really save you about half a second. It's actually very similar to Star Tropics earlier. We're going to let Sam go over there. We're going to be a little careful because, again, don't want to fall on his head in a marathon setting. But yeah, it's very similar to Star Tropics in that you have to move whole squares and you can't stop doing what you start.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so in this one doesn't really get interesting till we get to the top left of the level. So this part, pretty straightforward. So I'm just going to clean these up. But now we're going to get to the edge of this platform. I'm going to actually double back 2 steps. Go 1, 2, drop the glove, and we're hoping Red's on the bottom. He's on the top, so we got to fall off the back here. It's a little bit longer, but we don't have a glove left to deal with green anymore. And again, we can't manipulate green except by movement, so we have to take a slight delay there. Alright, you remember how I said that enemies don't have hitboxes in their heads? It's very important in this level, and you'll see why in just a second. We're going to go down this side, and clean out everything over here. And then Daffy has managed to fall his way into a pit down here where he's guarding a carrot. Now, we're going to walk right through his head. It's going to look scary, but we're going to walk right through his head. Yeah. Because there's no hitbox there. I'm going to grab this carrot. We're going to slip up here. We're going to manipulate Sylvester off to the left. He got a little aggressive, but he got a little frisky, but works out. All right. Level 30 is a bunch of vertical pipes. And there's one enemy patrolling each level, so we're just going to try to shove them off on the right side of the screen with some manipulations. Now I want you to look on the bottom. I want you to see this no carrot sign. If we touch that, we get taken to a quote-unquote bonus level, really a penalty level. We lose a life, we go to the penalty level. If we clear the penalty level, we get 3 lives back, so we come out 2 ahead. If we don't clear it, we go back like 3 stages. We really do not want to do that in the speed run. Although I might suggest, if we haven't met that incentive yet, consider donating towards it, because you're going to want to see those levels. They are brutal. We're going to do a few manips here. We are trying to just barely create enough space to slip by Wily here. Getting a little frisky. Then we're going to shove this Sylvester off to the left so that he doesn't cause a problem. And now I'm tired of Wily. Let's get rid of him. Boom, headshot. I worked that punch out like just a week, less than a week ago. All right.
That's the ultimate swag.
Yeah, level 32. The beginning of this one's just a little bit tricky. We're going to go right in this door, left in this door, and then we're going to go left until Sam turns around, and then go right. We need to make sure the guy on the top is doing what he's doing. I turned him around, so okay, we're in trouble. Let's do what we can. Mostly, I'm a little bit worried about this top left corner because I don't have a glove anymore. Let's see if we can get rid of him. Nope. Okay. Let's do that again.
So the reason why this is so tight is there is a buffer swap inside one of the doors where you need to actually hold left and then switch to right with some visual cues that Sam is giving. It looks like jammitch pulled it off there, though.
Yeah, the mistake I made last time was actually I got Sam, but I missed the door on the top right, and I kind of got a little lazy there. Let's drop the glove on his head. This is what we want to see. This is what we want to see.
That's revenge.
Yeah.
Revenge is a dish best served punched.
Yeah, best served with the boxing glove. All right, so we're going to hold left down these stairs, and we're actually going to take an extra step because we need to get this Sylvester just out of the way enough. We're going to go down here. We're going to clean this side out. Green's going to get in our way, but we do have a boxing glove. Good night. Going to hold left in this, push red just enough to kick the safe, and we're good. All right. This is another one of the trickier levels, in my opinion. I call it the climb, and it's a good chance to talk a little bit more about some of the mechanics. So if you push up, Bugs is going to just walk forward until he hits the stairs, and he's going to teleport up them, and he's going to automatically turn around, so we can take advantage of that to make that a little easier. We're going to wait for Sam on this corner, go down, do some manipulation in this door. We're going to see Gray down here. We're going to punch Gray. We're going to chase Red up to the top. We're going to go to the edge. We're going to wait for him just a little bit, sneak in the door before he turns around. And there we go. All right. I'm going to focus on this next level, so it's a good chance for some donations or announcements.
Well, first, I'd just like to say we did hit that donation incentive for you to play the secret levels.
All right.
Awesome.
Would like to shout out a couple of our partners here. The Japanese Restream, Midwest Speedfest 2022, is being restreamed in Japanese by our friends over at Japanese Restream. You can find their stream at twitch.tv/Japanese_Restream. We have worked with them several times now, and we're very grateful for all the work they do to bring marathons like ours to a larger audience.
All right. Level 36, I call this the Twin Towers. It's kind of scary, casually, but we got a manip here. We're going to hold right twice. We're going to hold left twice. Green is going to fall. We're going to hold right twice, and we want to see red fall. There we go. We want to hold left for the last two. If we did all that right, we could just fall off this edge. Daffy will be off to our right, and we can make it up and clean out the other tower. If you'd like to talk about diagonals and why they suck in this game.
So the reason why diagonals suck in this game is because when you press the up button, it actually up gets priority over left or right if you're holding a diagonal. So if you were to fall off an edge, for instance, to the left, and you were holding right to turn back around, if you're accidentally turning or holding up and right at the same time, the game would prioritize the up, and it would actually have you end up going left because that's the direction that Bugs is facing at that time. So it can make for a lot of misdirections and things like that. So you want to avoid diagonals at all costs in this game.
Yeah, that's definitely the most frustrating part of trying to run this. Alright, we're going to let Sam go down. We don't have to wait as long as it looks like because we're going to just kind of teleport up the stairs around him. And then when we hit this corner, we're going to start holding right because we need Sam to go away. But we got through it, and then the top here is just kind of a lot of busy work. Makes us go up and down a lot. Just, I guess it's trying to get us to put in some diagonals that we don't want to do. So let's punch things for no discernible reason.
It's nice that you can pick a glove back up if it's not used.
Yeah, if it hits someone, you lose it. You only get one punch per glove if it actually hits somebody, but you can always go chase it down if you miss it. Alright, we're going to hold left in this door. That's the only real manip we need to do on this one. I must have done it wrong because he's not supposed to be there. Let's try that again. Maybe I didn't hold it long enough. Maybe I held it too long.
That crafty wolf.
It's kind of the Ralph Wiggum situation. Either too much or not enough. Okay, red's gonna come out of this door. We're gonna punch. We're gonna go down the door. We're not gonna fall. And then here, we need to actually give green just a couple of frames. Otherwise, he will come out of the door and actually kill us rather than going back down the door. He's not very smart about doors, but we need to take advantage of that. Alright. This would be another good time for any announcements.
All right. Would like to shout out another one of our partners, LPAV. I'd like to send a special thanks to LPAV for providing PVMs, projectors, and cameras for our marathon since 2017. LPAV has been Minnesota's trusted video and audio vendor since 2003. Having worked with companies such as Mountain Dew and Microsoft, you can trust LPAV will do it right the first time. Please support them by checking out their eBay store, which you can find in our Twitch bio or by typing !LPAV in chat.
Well, this level is perfectly timed to one announcement. Alright, we're going to hide in the corner. We're going to wait just a little bit. We're going to shove him in the corner by holding left in that one. These long spiral pipes make this one of the longer levels in the game. So we're going to do some manipulations in these pipes. Try to make sure nobody gets in our way. Including this one. We're going to punch Sam here, even though it looks like he kind of walked away, but we need him gone. He's going to cause more problems. Do not grab the no carrot sign. That would be extremely bad. This is actually one of the two worst of the bonus levels. And we manipulated the Gray Sylvesters away, so now we can kind of complete the level in relative peace. Alright. Level 42 features more stair teleportation, and that's going to be what's really interesting about it. So we're going to clean out the right bottom, and then we're going to go back to the left and then work over the top. We're going to kick this safe around, and somehow this is going to kill him. Don't know how. Don't understand that one, but we'll take it. Again, that happens every time as long as you buffer your inputs. Now here we're going to grab this potion under the stairs and try to immediately teleport up the stairs, and it will last just long enough to get through Wily.
There's some weird NES magic going on in this level for sure.
Yeah, that one's a little sketchy, but we'll take it. All right, this level is also kind of dull. There's only one enemy here. Well, there's two enemies, but one's Green Sylvester, and we, again, don't really manipulate him. Now we've already punched out the one we can manipulate, so it's a good chance to rest our thumbs. And I think we're halfway through, so I don't know if I want to throw to announcements, because it's not going to be quite that long.
Shoutouts to the pipe tile set Jam. It's
Yeah.
probably one of my favorite songs on the game.
Yeah, each tile set has a song, so you hear them a lot. The good news is they're all good, so. All right, level 44 has a pretty fun trick, so looking forward to it. So we're gonna clean out the top here, and then we're gonna fall to the corner, and then we got all these guys, but what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go up this door, gonna hold right, immediately turn, kick the bucket, and then run past him in the stairwell. Goodbye. If you mess that up, you are in a world of trouble, though, because Gray Sylvester patrols that top like a hawk. Alright. This level is trickier than it looks for sure. We have to actually stop at least a couple frames there. If you try to do that and keep going, you'll take a double KO. We already had one of those today. That's enough. And now we're basically holding reverse on every stairwell because there's a red Sylvester patrolling the top right corner. And we need to get him to behave. So if we did it right, hopefully, he's probably going to come back down, but he should turn around on his own right about there, and we can sneak in before he causes any more trouble. All right. Level 46 is the last level I actually rerouted from World Record since practicing for this marathon. We're going to do a lot of holding right. We're going to hold right. We're going to hold right. We're going to get this glove. We're basically going to throw it immediately. It's going to land on Gray Sylvester. Going to go up this pipe just past Daffy, manipulate Gray Sylvester up to the top, sneak up here, and get this potion just in time. And just constant sketchiness the entire way, but as long as you do it perfectly, it all works out. Caveat.
I'm going to need some heart medication after this run.
Yeah. All right. Well, this one, we're going to sneak over to this slightly shorter pipe and go up this way. And we're going to sneak around like this. That looks also super sketchy. I messed up the buffers to deal with red, so we had to take the slow pipes down, but it's not a bad backup. Yeah, green won't ever kill you there. Somehow there's like exactly a 1-frame window, and somehow we don't hit it. I don't get it. All right. This level actually feels very similar to the last one when you look at it, but it actually plays quite a bit differently. But it's still the same multiple levels of pipes kind of situation. And we need to manipulate this Gray Sylvester such that he's walking past the bucket as we go here, so that we can just kick it and go right through. Now this guy will get just enough out of our way for us to get by. Punch. This time we don't have the option of taking the express pipe because there is a carrot on this level that we do need to go. Alright, level 49 and 50 are kind of going to be focus mode. This first one, we're going to have to be climbing stairs while punching an enemy coming down at us. So I'm going to try to punch when Bugs' foot hits the third stair from the top here. So I'm going to dial in on that. Got it.
Good.
That is just a couple of frames window there. I missed that about 1 in 4 times, so I'm happy to get it now. And now we just gotta clean out the top. No other enemy can do anything to us. And you know what? I'm bored. I give up. We'll just let Bugs finish the level for us. Alright, now this level, I have to do a pretty tight visual cue here because we have to fall over an enemy on a 1-tile gap. So I'm gonna watch Green Sylvester's nose, and when it gets 2.5 bricks from the wall, I'm gonna go. So So we're gonna grab that. We're gonna dial in here. There we go. That's it. And then I buffered the wrong way through that door, so let's hope these guys don't cause trouble the rest of the level. So we gotta watch out for these guys patrolling this corner. And then I'm hoping Daffy's gonna, no, Daffy's gonna cause trouble. So we're gonna do this for a while. We're just gonna play it safe. We're gonna try to steer him out of the way.
Oh, just plain puppet master on Daffy there.
You just make one little mistake, and that's what it costs you. All right, this level's pretty straightforward, so we're gonna hold left in every door. So this would be a great time for any more announcements.
You are watching Midwest Speedfest 2022, a charity speedrun marathon live from 2DCon 2022 simulation in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We will be live non-stop until Sunday afternoon, showcasing amazing speedruns and raising funds for Children Cancer Research Fund as a part of Creators Against Childhood Cancer. To donate, go to donate.midwestspeedfest.com.
So this is the worst level in the game to do optimally, so we're not even gonna try. We're just gonna do the safety strat. It's the one in the world record run. The optimal strat, I've got like less than a 5% success rate on because it's kind of, it depends on exactly when you buffer coming into and out of doors. Mostly that room on the top right, we need to control it. So we're gonna hold right, we're gonna hold right, we're gonna hold right again, we're gonna get the glove. We're gonna go up, we're gonna take one step to the left to buy us enough room. Punch Wily, get ahead of green, first try, let's go. That is worst place to take a death too, because the level's like 40 seconds long, and if you die at the end of it, you're in trouble. All right, he is misbehaving, so we're gonna play it cool. The bufferings on that are actually really weird, how long you have to hold them. So did not get it, so we're on backup strats, and this guy's gonna cause some problems. We're gonna let him we're gonna kind of just have to let some people clear the area here. Little too much traffic.
Little Sylvester conga line going on there.
There we go.
Hey, nice.
Not a bad backup. Alright, this is another level where we're gonna do a little bit of a safety strat here. So we're gonna go left in that pipe, we're gonna go right both directions here. And then we're gonna go left down this second pipe here. We got all these vertical layers and we can only get to them in certain ways. If we did all that right, Red Sylvester should be in the left corner. We're gonna grab this glove though, because there's a Daffy hiding on the bottom, and we get an invincibility potion on the way, but we kind of have to hope we did all the manips well enough such that he would immediately be right under the pipe so we could kill him. The glove is just much safer. Alright, we're actually getting pretty close here. This is definitely one of the hardest stretches in the game, the teens and the 50s. As you would expect, the end of the game gets more difficult than the beginning, you know, who would have thought. This level, we mostly just hit right through all the pipes. Make sure we grab this carrot and then hit up. If you hit up too early and miss that carrot, there really isn't a backup anymore. But you again teleport on the stairs. Now here, this guy's gonna get really close. We're gonna fall off here, and we're gonna sneak over here because if any of the Sylvesters end up in this cubby on the top left, it's game over. You can't really get in there. And we're gonna do it one more time here. I don't really have a swag punch here. We're just gonna get rid of it. And then we're gonna sneak down and get the last couple. Alright, stays difficult for a little while yet. We got some more specific manipulations here. Grab this glove, go up the stairs, get this carrot, hold right down these stairs, and now we're gonna hold left once we enter this door all the way till we fall down. And I'll do it again, and we should see Sylvester come up that door. It means we did it right. Left there, just barely. Don't say hi to him. And he goes up that door. He can't get back down here anymore. We're good. All right. this is a level that I tweaked from the previous world record, and I'm pretty proud of how this works out. So, bottom's kind of boring, but once we get up a little bit, I'm going to want you to take a look at the red Sylvester in the cubby on the left. We're going to stay off the D-pad during this door so he stops. I'm going to go up here. We have a glove, so we're going to bounce it off the ceiling. And then we're going to lay off the D-pad again. He's going to stop again. By doing that, we have set up his timing so that we can go up this door, get this carrot, get out, and we're good.
Oh, my heart.
Now we're going to fall down here. He's going to come out of that door, but he's never going to give us a problem. All right. Level 58 is actually the only death in the world record run, so this is an extremely tricky level. We're going to hold left as long as we can, tap down at the door just at the last second, force him up there, right in this door, left during this fall, left in this door, all this to manipulate the bottom. We should see Red Sylvester, and now we should see Daffy. There he is. Sneak down here. We have to take the extra step to get the glove. I think it's possible to manipulate Red Sylvester up that door, but I haven't routed that out yet, so there might be some time to save on that one yet. All right, level 59. This is not actually hard, but it's extremely long, so there's plenty of room to make mistakes. We'll use the glove immediately there, and then we're going to go down this pipe. Ignore that carrot because there's red waiting for you. That's a trap carrot. We're going to get that later. Now we're going to sneak up here and clean out this side. And then come back over. Weren't we already here? A little bit. Sneak over here. Now I'm going to keep buffering left until we actually fall down here. We're going to see green come up that pipe. Turn around, punch him. Now all those buffers, these guys will just get out of our way. And now we have an extremely long pipe ride, and the last level is actually really anticlimactic from a speedrun perspective, so if you have any additional announcements, it'd be a great time for them.
All right, we are raising money for the Children's Cancer Research Fund. The Children's Cancer Research Fund supports the brightest scientists whose ideas make the greatest impact for children with cancer. They work closely with researchers to fund innovative new projects quickly so that their promising discoveries can continue uninterrupted. The researchers share their findings with more than 9,000 experts across the globe, collaborating with others to accelerate discoveries. Because childhood cancer affects the whole family and community, they also fund quality of life services that enhance healing and care. Learn more at childrenscancer.org.
Of course, the last level has a no carrot sign in it.
Yep. But there's nothing actually tricky to this level. We don't have to do any fancy buffers. It's obviously really hard casually, but we're coming up on... And that's all, folks. So what do we got on the timer?
42:50, but I was 2 seconds late.
So,
Hey, not
but it's a
bad.
sub 43. We got the
Not
sub
bad.
NES cardinality, and I will take that any day. Okay. So, and we met the incentive, right?
Yes, we did meet the incentive.
Okay, so I'm going to go through these in relative order of difficulty and attempt to minimize resets. So you can always go back to any completed level, unless you fail one of these special levels, at which point we will have to revert to passwords. So we're going to go into level 30, and we're going to go run ourselves directly into that no carrot sign we said we wanted to avoid at all costs. And here we are. So this level is a vertical level with just an absolute menagerie of pipes. Figure that one out. So we're going to ride this pipe all the way up to the top. We're going to stay off the D-pad for the entire route here. I'm going to fall down. Go over here. Don't go up that pipe. Go up this one. I like this one better. Ride it all the way up to the top. Excruciatingly long ride. Just takes forever. And there we are. Clean these up. Let Bugs just kind of fall all the way down on his own power. Turn around here. We're going to wait for his lump to show up in the pipe. If we go too early, not only might he kill us, but a Gray Sylvester might kill us, so let's just be patient there. Get up to the top. There we go. Clean out this last one in the corner, and you can see he's coming for us right here, so we got to beat him into this pipe. We did. Now, the one thing I want to watch out for is that Gray Sylvester has fallen down, so he cannot land on our head. If he's below us, the game has not yet found a way to do that to me, so we're good. Now, yeah, if you want a challenge, try these casually. They are not fair. Okay, we're actually gonna do secret level 4 next, because this is the next most consistent one of the set. And there we go. So now, we're gonna end up in another level full of pipes. I'm gonna go down here, we're gonna grab this, turn Wily around here, slip past him to get this carrot. We're gonna pull Red over here, and we're gonna try to get Red up into this cubby. And now he's trapped there, and he can't bother us for the rest of the level, which is good, because we have no weapons or anything with which to deal with him.
Of course not.
So now we have the absolute longest pipe ride in the game. So enjoy the tunes. Nothing's happening for a while. It's mandatory because we're going to come out at a carrot that you cannot get any other way. If you could have got this falling down, we would have already. But again, no hitboxes in the heads. All right, let's go up here. Again, this is the only carrot in the game that's actually kind of in/on a pipe. Slip over here. Go down into this little cubby. Now we're going to hold right because Sam is kind of where we need to be. We're going to push him off to the right side of the screen. And we're going to slip underneath this staircase to get this carrot. We're going to go over here. And ear wiggle. Alright, now, and we're going to see the credits again, apparently. And now come the actual two that are going to be the least consistent. So, here's where I need the luck. I'm going to go 41 here. Now, we actually have to pay attention to this one because Sam's in our way. He's going to keep us from dying, so we need to kill him in order to kill ourselves. Now, you got another vertical level. Extremely long. We're going to hold left there. We're going to go 2 spaces and double back because we need to turn Gray around. And start holding left in every door. And if we do it all right, we might get the bottom set up in a way that we can actually get through it because it is clogged down there. Left. And here's the invincibility potion taunting us because it's useless. We're going to go down here.
It ran out already.
There we go. Hold right in this one. Right down here, Sam will turn around. We're going to wait for Wily to get close, and I messed it up. So now we no longer have our level select, so we have to go to the password screen, so bear with me. We'll go directly to this one, and we'll try it again. I went a little too long on the bottom, and this is another one that's really frustrating because the hardest thing is the absolute end of the level. We'll give this one more try and see if we can get the manip. And then we do have one more after this. So, there we go. We did the entire top part right, too, so we at least got that going for us. Let's try again. Turn him around. All the way up. Keep going. Going. Alright. Potion of taunting. Oh, and there's that diagonal input. So we are now off the manip. So where is he? Kind of behaving, I think. Alright, turn around, Wily. Turn around, Wily.
Oh.
No. Alright, let's do S3, and then we will... If I'm allowed, I'll take one more try at that. These levels are not free even with the manipulations, so passwords are not quick to enter either. PPMX. All right, so this one, This one, we're going to start with the little step to the right. The gimmick with this one is there's enemies all over the place, and there's no weapons. So we're going to wait here, because we need to draw green all the way over here. We're going to try to trap Sam in the bottom left corner, but we're going to start by drawing green all the way over. There we go. Now we're going to go over here. We're going to do a little dance with Gray Sylvester in this corner. Sam is going to turn around because we have to sneak under here. Oh, I don't know why he did that. That's a new one. All right, let's try again. This is definitely the hardest one of the bunch, too, is the thing.
As stated, these bonus stages are incredibly unfair, and I mean, for good reason. If you fail them, you go back 3 stages. So you know.
Yeah, and having to enter the passwords is kind of obnoxious for this particular setting. All right, let's try that again. All right, we got him moving to the right like we want. Let's come over here. Oh, all right. Hopefully that doesn't mess things. That little stop there. Hopefully that doesn't mess things up too bad. We're gonna wait for green to come over because he's gonna chase us. We're gonna let him get his nose halfway on that plank. There we go. All right, we're still seeing what we want to see over here. Thing is, we can't run away from Gray too fast here. We kind of need to like dance with him a little bit. Oh, he's going off to the other side of the screen. Okay. Not exactly what I expected, but I have seen him do that before. So now we're going to go and we're going to have to deal with these carrots over here. So we're going to... I think we have enough room to go for this. Yeah, okay. Now we're going to kind of wait here to see what they do. All right, this should be good. Looks like we got it. They're all clustered over there. We have enough room to get through. And this is the last one. All right. Do we have enough time for one more try on S2?
Yeah, one more shot.
Let's go.
Oh, hey, it just teleported me right there for no good reason. If you use the secret level passwords, it kind of behaves weird. All right. 1, 2. Let's focus on this. Make sure we don't mess up the beginning, because if I'm going to mess this up, at least I want to mess up the end. That's a failure with dignity. All right, left all the way here. All right, that's what we want to see. Right there, right here. Let Wiley come, turn Wiley around. All right, this looks good. There we go, there we go. And that's time on the incentive. Okay. So that was Crazy Castle. That was the bonus levels, which I routed just for Midwest Speedfest. Thanks Midwest Speedfest for having me. Shout out to Foxy Shadow, who was the previous world record holder, whose video I studied meticulously and recreated all of those buffers by myself to drive that world record down. Shout outs to all my friends in the retro community. Thanks Zero Counts for helping out on the couch. You can catch me at twitch.tv/jammitch. I'm a variety streamer. I do a few speedruns. I do some rhythm games, etc. I think that's all I got. Once again, thanks for having me.
And thank you very much for that run, jammitch. Coming up next, we will have